Older versions of Excel, you're going to need to use Control-Shift-Enter in this example. Find the max value based on every n rows. I'm going to hit F9 a couple times. Here's what we're trying to find, this max value in this row. That would be n. Number 2 would be find the n value. So we're looking for 24, so on and so forth. Am I vague? Well, of course I'm vague. I want you to watch the entire video so you understand how to incorporate the max, the if, the mod, and the column functions. This is a nice example of incorporating some row column stuff. And this is what I'm going to explain what all this stuff does and how we come up with these answers. Let's see what's under the hood. Brad Williams, Excel Prime. We want to find the max value based on every n rows. How are we going to do this? Again, it's cumbersome. Why? Well, we're going to throw in a max and an if and a mod and a column, and yeah, let's just dig into this thing. Right off the bat, we're looking for the max based on n. Number of rows. That means our max based on, well, we're going to look at every row. Here, there would be look at every other row and find the max. Every third row, fourth, so on and so forth. So if you look across our columns here, find the max. Well, it's going to be 21. Go through 2, 4, 6, and 8. What's the max? 22. Look at every third row. All right, you get it? Control-Shift-Enter required for those of you who have older versions of Excel. Here's the narrative. I can go through the narrative, but I'm just going to show you. I'm going to break this thing down piece by piece. Now, what may have you just scratch your head is going, well, what's mod? Well, mod's going to look at our columns, and if they're out of whack, we're going to clean them up here. So let's just take this piece by piece. We're going to take this entire formula, and I'm going to break it down piece by piece. Starting from the columns, let's look at this thing. We have an if statement. We have this if statement. We need a true. Okay, we got this logical, then value of true. I'm going to break down the logical part first. The value of true is pretty straightforward. It's just this column. Here, we have a column. We're going to look. Now, keep in mind, we're so used to looking at rows. Here, we're looking at columns. So column B5 to B14 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. From here, B, 1, 2, 3. Keep in mind, that's what we're doing. The next argument is column B5. Look here. I'll just do this real quick. Make it easier. Edit, copy. Whenever you copy a formula and you want to keep it intact, copy, escape. Then you can paste this thing without any changes to the actual formulas, and then put a space so you can see what we're doing. Here I took column B5, K5. Got it? Then I just took this column B5, which is 2. It's here. It's the relative column. Relative column. Then what did I do? I just took the columns minus each other. So we have 0. We need a starting point. We have to plant our flag. Our next step will be to take this and just add 1. Just add 1. Next is the mod. We're going to look at this thing. We're going to go columns, mod, column. What's mod doing? It is number and divisor. What's our divisor? 1. What is 1 divided by 1? Why? Well, because that's what it's asking. What's column? What's this? It's 1. And we're going to divide it by this n factor. That's why we're using mod, because the next step would just be, and I can't get into there, but you're going to see, we're going to have, when there's an odd number, well, mod's going to clean that up for us. And here we have zeros. We have zeros. Why? Because we're taking 1, dividing it by 1. We're taking 2, dividing it by 2. Dividing 3. You got that? Then we're going to go B5, K5. That's just B5 to K5 is 13. This is just simply this array, okay? So we're going to B, 5, and then it's just going to go 13, 9, 17, 24. That's just in our if statement. In our if statement, we have if here, logical test, if this is true, then value of true. See that? All we're doing is 13, 9, 9, 9. Then we just put that into final max, and max is just going to go through here based on our instructions, and it's going to spit out 24, 25 based on this. In other words, it's just looking here, max, if this is true, then go through and add up this stuff. Be sure to check out our extensive courses, which include Excel data and text manipulation for advanced users, beginners, intermediate. We also have this great essentials, the A to Z for advanced users, the comprehensive beginner level 1 and 2. Then we have our advanced formulas, strictly formulas, great set of courses, which we have a beginner level 1 and beginner level 2, this intermediate level, and we have this advanced level. Click on any of the links. There's a short video that explains everything about the course. Check it out. I'll go in here and we're just going to look at this logical test, F9, and you're going to see true, 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 true. Here, we're going to go down below here and look at F9, and you're going to see false, true, false, true, false. Why? Well, because we're counting every other row. To do this breakdown, you're going to have to take this number here. You're going to need to use the 2. You're going to have to put 2 in place here. You see where it says L6? So if we change this whole thing to represent, all right, where is our implementation? It's going to be right here. And you're going to see the change. L6. Now you can see the true falses. And if we change that to L7, you're going to see our modification is what it is. And then I think I have to go back in here. You see this L also has to change. If you do this, L7, you should get, now because this is true falses and there's going to probably be a false there, you're probably going to go down here and, did I screw up here? L7, B5, K5, and L7, and see BK. See, yeah, you have to change everything. And you can see we're only representing K5. It needs to be K7. So you can't just change that one number, all right? Anyway, you get the idea here. What we're trying to do is just find the trues, and max will go in and then set up the trues. This is all driven by the mod function, and mod is going to convert that data into the appropriate true falses, okay? Here's the true, there's the false. Based on, remember I changed this from L5 to L6, and then I'm just going to put it all back, and we have all zeros, okay? And then go back here. If you want to read this stuff up, F9, you can see there's just your mod. Go down here and you look at the same mod, F9. You're going to see the same, it's the same thing, all right? Then in terms of the true, F9, see now I screwed up somewhere. Oops, I'm in the wrong cell. Go in here, F9. And we have true, 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 true. Now here, you're going, well, Brad, you've always been stating that 1 equals true. Here, keep in mind, we're looking at an if statement. We have a logical test and value of true, all right? So we're forcing this into a true statement. Our logical test, if logical test value of true. As I said, we're forcing the true here. If it equals 0, it's true right here. Value of true, all right? Brad Williams, Excel Prime.